Okay, so good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. So let's dive right into it today. Today we'll be taking about the basics of Google Analytics reports. Specifically, we'll go over a few sections, how to read them and how to interpret the data so it becomes useful for your goals. So, First and foremost, for those people that doesn't know what Google Analytics is, so it's a free web analytics tool that tracks and reports website traffic. It also helps you understand where your visitors are coming from, how they interact with your website, and which pages perform well or need improvements. So this tool is essential because it allows you to measure the effectiveness of your marketing efforts, optimize the user experience, and make informed decisions based on real data. So whether you're running an e-commerce store or managing a blog or a website, Google Analytics gives you the insights needed to drive growth and meet your goals. Okay, now let's go over the key parts of the Google Analytics dashboard. So first, if you want to go to Google Analytics, just go to analytics.google.com. Then it will ask you to log in your account. Basically, it will be your Gmail account or it will be your Google Workspace email. And then once you log in, we'll see different uh, properties here and accounts. So uh, Once you get familiar with these sections, you'll quickly know where to find the insights that matter most. So pay attention to things that I'm going to say as these are really important for you to understand how to navigate and read Google Analytics report. So first is the homepage. So the homepage, without explaining what homepage is, so this is where you can find your active users. The active users is the number of people currently visiting your website. Okay, so not really currently visiting your website, but it is the active users that visited your website for for the last 7 days, based on what you have set here. Okay, so you can set that also to last 14 days if you want, and you'll see the numbers will change, etc., etc. That event count. So event count is the total number of track interactions, like clicks or downloads, or if you have like events that you want to track, like filling up the forms of your website. Those people that has an e-commerce business will also want to track their add to carts, people who are click on the add to cart button, etc., etc. New users, I don't think I still need to explain this. So new user, but for your info, new users are people visiting your site for the first time. So these are people that haven't visited your website in the past. So they are new users with new IP, etc., etc. The next is the key events. So the key events is the highlight. It highlights the major events happening on your sites, like sales, signups, or new content interactions. So this is basically the main. It's like the main event goal that you're tracking. So if you have like an e-commerce site, of course, what you're tracking is uh, a sale from your products. If you are a lead generation site, of course, what the key event that you're tracking here is for those people that have signed up the form that you have added on your website. Now, for active users in last 30 minutes, so this is a quick view of how many people are currently active on your site. Okay. So recently accessed, this one. So this is just a list of reports or sections you've opened recently, or for quick reference. Okay. So yeah, it's easier to navigate from one page to another, specifically for those pages that you have just recently accessed using this section. So suggested for you. So these are just personal recommendations based on your site's performance and area of interest. As you can see here, you'll see here the pages of your website, the demographics, like the country, the country, the data of the, I mean the number of active users per each country, and sessions by primary channel. We'll go in deeper into this on a later session for this one. So next is let's go to the reports. This is the most important part of Google Analytics, as this is where all the traffic report and data that is coming to your website will be shown to you. So I'll go here on the left side and click reports. So again, so reports is the section that helps you track patterns over time and make decisions based on trends. Okay. So this is the report snapshot. So report snapshot is just a quick summary of the key metrics. So again, active users, new users, average engagement time per active user, and then total revenue. Total revenue is if you're tracking your revenue per sale on each completed events or goals in your website. And we will go deeper into this again on a different session. So so average engagement time per active user this is how long each visitor stays engaged on your site on an average. Okay. Of course, for the previous one, for I mean this one, the active users in the last 30 minutes, I think I explained this earlier. This is just the a real-time count of how of visitors currently visiting your website. And active users by country, this just tells you where your visitors are coming from, giving you insights into your audiences and location. As you can see here, most of the traffic that for this website are coming from Canada, which is good because the main uh, target people or target demographic of this website is people from Canada. Real-time overview. So let's click the real-time overview. So here, so here it this shows you what's happening right now on your website. That's why this was called real-time overview, because this is the real-time data that is being shown to you. So this is great for keeping track of live engagement, especially during campaigns or events. So if you're running an event like, let's say you are running a traffic campaign where you are trying to divert users on a specific page on your website, you can see here if those people are going to onto that page. So right now, this doesn't have any active users because it means that there is no active or a live person currently visiting or currently browsing the site. Okay. Okay. Now, real time overview. Okay. So let's go one by one on the the sections here. So real-time overview, active users, first source. We'll go deeper onto this data later because this is very important, and I want to discuss this on a later session because I want to dive deeper on this one once we have a website that has a real-time data. So someone who is visiting the site currently, because right now I cannot explain to you because there's no data right now. So let's go to real-time pages. So real-time pages again, there's no active users. So basically, it just tells you which pages or screens people are currently viewing. So it gives you an idea where are people going on your site currently. So let's say, for example, if you have a campaign and you want to pay attention on a specific page or URL on your website, this is a good one to use because it will give you a real-time idea. I mean, real-time report what those pages are being browsed. Okay, let's go to the business objective section. So here, let's go to traffic and click on overview. Now here you'll see a lot of data. I know it's quite overwhelming if it's your first time to use Google Analytics. So let's start first with this data here on the right. I mean, so average engagement time per active user. I think I explained it earlier. So it's how much time users spend actively interacting to your website. So it says 51 seconds. So it means that each user uh, spends around 51 seconds on your website. Now here, engage sessions per active user. Engaged sessions per active user is just how many meaningful interactions visitors have you have per session. Okay, so again, these are important metrics and report for you to figure out if people are staying on your website or they are just like leaving after a few seconds, or maybe you're worried about your bounce rate, etc., etc. So you'll have more idea if how long people are engaging or staying on your website based on the report. So average engagement time per session is 42 seconds. So average engagement time per session is, let's say for example, someone browsed a specific page on your website, and this implies that around 42 seconds. I mean, these users for around. I mean, for the 42 seconds, this is the average seconds that these people is engaging on your pages based on per session. Okay, so when I say session, is this is the actual visit to your page. Okay, so let's go over here. So event count. So event count by event name. So event count by event name is this is the total number of user actions like clicks or form submissions, etc., etc., depending on your event. So this one we have here a page view. Page view, it just simply means that there someone who is viewing a specific page on your website. So 922 have viewed your pages on your websites. So page view, this composed all of your pages on your websites. So if like let's say for example a single person visited your website and they went to your homepage, that's one view. That's counted as one view. Then they go to your about page, that's another view. Then etc. etc. So user engagement, again, this is how they engage on your website. Let's say when they click on a button or or fill up a form or whatever kind of engagement you're tracking. Also, you can simply create an event in the future to track those specific events, which are engagements as well, which are considered engagements as well. We will discuss that on a later session. I think probably if possible, maybe next week. I'm not sure, but let's see. Session start is when someone lands on your homepage or your landing page and they start scrolling. That's when the session start uh, event. I mean, will be counted. So session starts is all about when someone does something on your page when they landed on it. Scroll, of course, I don't need to explain this anymore. Scroll is like this one, scrolling on your page. First visit is when someone has visit your website for the first time. This will be counted as an event count as well. Click again. I think I don't need to explain this. So anything that they click on your website, whether it's a button, it's a link, etc., etc. Form start is when they fill up a form on a specific page on your website. Now views by page and title and screen plus. This will show you how many views for each pages are uh, you have on your traffic data. So it says here in the homepage you have 338 views for from October 15 to 2023 to October 15, 2024. So I sorted this out for the last 12 months here. So you can sort it out here, or you can specify the date coverage where you want to check your reports. User stickiness. So let me explain this. So user stickiness is how often users return. So let's say, for example, one user uh, uh, came to your website and then he doesn't have time to browse or understand what your website offers. Then he will leave your website. Now the analytics will record their IP address, etc., and sessions. And the next time they visit it is they will add this in the user stickiness in the user stickiness data, because user stickiness is like it measures how often your users return. So it helps you see if people are coming back to your website. Okay. Now, next, let's go to the demographic details. Okay, so for the demographic details, this section gives insight into who your users are, such as their age, the country, the gender, the interests, and location. So you can better tailor your content and strategies. As you can see here, a lot of people are coming from Canada, and we can add some columns here to add those things that I mentioned. But right now, let's just focus on these data that are here. So active users for the past year, there are 200. The total is 374. New users 368. Engaged sessions 206, etc., etc. So engagement rate is the percentage is the average percentage of people engaging onto your website. So engagement is when someone clicks on the page, when someone scrolls, when someone starts a form, etc., etc. So you can find those. This is very important. So you all understand if there are people that are engaging on your website or nobody is doing something on your website. It means that there's something on your website, and you need to increase the engagement rates so that people will do more on your website instead of just browsing and just reading stuff on all. So engage sessions per active user. I think I explained this already earlier. uh, Average engagement time per active user. So average engagement time, again, I also explained this earlier on the previous report. Like event count. So event count is the number of events counted for the last 12 months. So events are anything or any activity that you're trying to track on your website. So let's say, for example, you want to track how many people are clicking on a particular button. That will be counted as an event. If you are looking for someone to go to a specific page on your website, let's say for example, if you want them to fill up a form, and then once they fill up the form, they will be redirected to a website, which is a thank you page or a information page that will be also be counted as an event itself. There are a lot of events which I will discuss on a later session with you. So key events, I also explained this earlier, but key events are the most crucial events that you want to track on your website, like sales, uh, form submission, etc., etc. Anything where you are trying to uh, track something that makes money out of your website, or that really even makes money, but the goal is to set these events as key events if you think that they will be they will be the kind of event that will produce sales at the later part of your campaign, etc., etc. And total revenue, of course, if you're tracking your total revenues, you'll see it here. Now let's go to pages and screens. So pages and screens, this tells you which pages or screens are most visited and how much time people spend there. So this will help you understand what's working and where you can improve. So as you can see here on the data, a lot of people are going to the homepage. So that's pretty normal because your homepage is your landing page. And as you can see here, uh, 338 goes to the homepage, 81 goes to the contact page. So it's a good indication if the second page that is visited mostly by users is your contact page, because it means that people are curious about your products or your services, or they have some questions about what you offer. Price list is the next. So people are browsing on the price list page, meaning they are uh, checking the price of your products or your services. Now, the fourth one is price list beef. So specifically, this is showing you that a lot of people are interested in your beef product. And number five is news. So news, it's more of like a press release, releasing or like an update, or it's a section on your website that that gives information or new news and updates about your brand or other things that you offer. Okay, I will not go to the next pages because I think that's pretty self-explanatory already. So let's go to the user overview. So user overview. So uh, these report focuses on visitor behavior, like the ratio of news and returning visitors, helping you see whether users are coming back or dropping off. So it gives you idea also where people are coming from, like again the country, uh, the city also is here. So again, most of the people that are coming to your website are coming from New York. Well, that's pretty odd because your the number one country that visited mostly your website is Canada, but here it shows you a different one. It says New York, which is in the United States. But second is Toronto. So again, these might be an indication that there are some repeat users that are coming back to your websites. Maybe these in Canada. These are from different cities, while in United States, most of these active users are coming from New York. So active users by gender. So we haven't set this up yet, but yeah, Google Analytics can also track the gender of the users, uh, especially if the user is browsing your website and they are logged in their Gmail account or Google account. It will be easy for Google Analytics to understand what kind of people are visiting your website, including the gender. So interest. So for interest, I really pay attention to this one to this metrics. Most of the time, I use this for Google Ads because this will give you an idea what those people that are visiting our website are mostly interested in. But for now, we have no data right now, so unfortunately, we don't have it. Again, for age, yeah, we Google Analytics can track that one. Same with gender, how they track it, and language, of course, English, because most of the visitors is from Canada, United States, and from different countries that knows how to speak or read English. And demographic details. Let's go to demographic details. So again, the demographic details just gives you a snapshot of where the people are coming from. It seems it's the same report that you can see here in traffic. So I will not go into details with this one. Audiences. Audiences are just like so in Google Analytics you can segment your audiences. Once you have enough traffic, you can segment them and group them uh, to which users they will I mean to which group of users will they fall from. So let's say for example you want to segment those people that are visiting a specific page. You can do that on Google Analytics. So you can see here how many people are how many are the total users in user sessions, etc., etc. Oh, let's go to tech. So tech overview. So tech overview. It gives you the data about the active users by platform. So platform, these are like the operating system, or maybe not really the operating system, but the type of machine they're using. So let's say, for example, let's go to here. So it says web. So it says web, and when it says web, I think most of these users are using the computer instead of a mobile one. So if you go back here and go here, and you see here the browser, you'll see that a lot of people are using Chrome, Safari, Edge, Firefox, etc., etc. And also, a lot of these are not really important on your campaign unless you are machine specific on let's say for example you have a campaign that you only want to get more traffic on a specific platform like iOS or Android, etc., etc. You can see those here also. So active users by operating system. As you can see here, a lot of people visiting your website are using the iOS. Uh, I I mean iOS website. Oh, okay. So let's go back to platform. So I just sorry about the information earlier. So platform is either web or app. So when you say app, because in Google Analytics you can also track the traffic that are coming onto your application if you created an application. When I say application, these are softwares that you run on your mobile phone or in your computer. So here is, as you can see, 100% are web. This means that they're using their browser and not any application. Of course, because this website that we have doesn't have any app, so that doesn't have any app that has been created for it. So this is web. And what else? So here, active users by platform device category. You'll see here also web if it's desktop, web if it's mobile, and web for tablet. So again, a lot of majority of the people visiting our website are using web, desktop, or a physical computer. And I think that's it. So screen resolution, I don't think that matters right now. But again, screen resolution is just the size of the screen browsing your browsing the website. So yeah, yeah. So I think that's it. That's a quick overview of how the Google Analytics report works. Andrew, do you have any questions?
Um, I'll just make one little note. So screen resolution, it mostly matters just so that you have a basic understanding of what resolution your viewers and your customers are viewing your website on. So for example, here, this 1920 by 890 is very, very popular. So not so much you like the our vendors have to worry about this, but this is just good information because you can take this and then you can using the browser, you can make the browser that size, so you can make sure that the website looks okay in these resolutions. So if you notice that a lot of people are viewing it on 3090 by 844, you're going to want to view your website in that resolution to make sure that nothing looks broken and everything's accessible and everything works properly. So not so much of a, this is more of like a developer handy feature
Yeah,
here, but it's a great section here to just make sure that your viewers are able to view your website and everything looks proper. So,
yeah, that really makes sense. So I think we can end our session for today. Thanks guys for attending and thanks for listening. That's all.